I think this project really appealed to me when I first heard about it because it's such a beautiful way to commemorate this centenary. We need to remember these people, these ordinary people, these husbands, these fathers, these sons, these daughters too sometimes, who went to war and suffered so terribly when they didn't actually need to. There's a whole human dimension to the war that this project speaks to, which, I don't know, I love being asked to think about. Well, my grandfather was in the First World War, and I came across some of his letters that he wrote back to his wife. He was an engineer, my granddad, and he was involved in organising the trains, making sure the trains worked that carried all the ammunition and all the supplies from the ports in France to the front. You know, it's funny, I was trying to think how I might do it, and obviously as a playwright it would have been quite easy for me to invent a character and become that character. But I thought back to my time in public school when I, you know, as I say in the letter, when I did have to wear a uniform and march up and down, and they were World War I rifles, that's what we carried. And I thought, wow, yeah, there is a link. And that awful archway we had to walk under, and the statue of Earl Haig that was there. I suddenly thought, yes, there is a real link here. And then attached to all that business of having to march up and down and being the combined cadet force, there was an ideal of manhood. And way back then, I can't pretend I knew I was transgendered, because transgendered was a word that didn't exist then. I just knew I wanted to be a girl, and I felt horrible about it, really ashamed. So that there was that incredible link between that dear soldier's struggle and my struggle to find myself. I'd love it if other trans people could see or read what I've written and feel inspired to write themselves, because wow, we feel so marginalised from society. It's important. We belong to this society. There would have been so many gay soldiers. There would certainly have been trans soldiers out in the front. And their suffering would have been just awful. It's very important, I think, for me to remember that somebody like the unknown soldier has changed our perceptions enormously. And I really think it has helped contribute to the extraordinary change in consciousness that has happened in my lifetime, which enables me now to be here and live openly as a trans woman. We're all part of this, and I hope we can somehow be part of the commemoration of this wonderful event.